All right, so we're going to do surface area of different shapes. We're going to do surface area of a rectangular prism, surface area of a triangular prism, and surface area of a square pyramid. Now, surface area is just finding the area of all sides of a shape and putting them together. So, basically a rectangle, finding the area is basically the length times the width, or base times height, however you want to say it. You multiply two numbers together, you get the area. So if we look at this shape looks like a box, and it's a rectangular prism. Everything on here is a rectangle. So if we are going to use a formula, its area is length times width. Okay, so we're going to make a net for this. A net is basically unfolding it. So I'm going to look at this right here and call this the front of my box. So I'll draw a little net here. That's my front. Okay, if I look down underneath the front is connected to the back. So if I fold the front down, I would have the back. Then we go front, or the bottom, front, bottom. Then we have the back, and the top. This is an awesome drawing. So if we unfold this, the front would fold up onto here, the back would fold up, and the top would wrap around. The only thing we're missing is the sides. You just stick the sides on there. So there is our net. So we have to find the area of each piece. So if you look at this shape, the front is going to be the exact same thing as the back. The top is going to be the exact same thing as the bottom, and the two sides are the same size. Okay, so if we look at the front, use a different color right now. I'm going to go with red. The front right here, this portion of the front we will say is right here. We will say that is 5. So if that's 5, it's 5 all the way through here because they're all rectangles and they're all connected. So these are all 5s. So we know the dimensions of that line is 5. The other portion of the front is here, going up like this. That makes the front, and we know that that is also 5 from here to here. So that is 5 when we know the front matches the back. So the area of this right here, 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, the back is also 25. So we have right now, we have completed the front and the back, and we have 25. Okay, going to go to a greenish color. Now let's look at the top. We need the top. We already established from there to there is 5. So we have 5, and we want to know from here to here. So let's see the top. The top is 5 this way, and the top goes back like that. So from here to here is 3. So 5 times 3 is 15. So I know that. So if I know this one here, this one also has to be 15. Because the top has to match the bottom in this box. Okay, the final thing is our sides. If we look at our sides, we get a third color here, yellow here. We have a side here, which is 3 by 5. Okay, we knew this was 3. This has to be 5. So 3 times 5 is 15. So this is also 15. So 25 and 25 is 50, 65, 75, 80, 95, 110. So if we add those up, we have 110 yards squared. Okay, it's just basically finding the area of each piece and adding them up. And on a box like this, the front has to match the back, the top has to be the bottom, and the sides have to be the same. And that's always going to be true, or you're going to have a pretty weird shaped box. Okay, we're moving on to a different shape now. So we're going to go to a triangular prism. So if we look at this, we see we have a triangle here, and in the back there must be a triangle exactly like it, and we're going to have a rectangular base. So if I make my rectangular base, let's get a different color we can see a little bit better. So, hey, where'd I go? I don't want to be on here. Bye-bye. So, I have a rectangular base, and if I take my front right here, triangle, and I fold it down, have like this, take the back, fold that down, have something like that. And I have now this part that's going from here to the top, and one of those on the other side. I will just open that up like that. And I will have some sort of shape that looks like this. Okay, and if I fold this back up, I should be able to get this. Now, if we look, this triangle here, the base of it is 12. So that number there is 12. The base of that triangle is 12. Okay? Now, the other portion of the bottom, from there to there is 10. So that must be 10. And that must be 10. Okay? Now, they've given us, we need the height of the triangle. Height of the triangle is right here. It is 8. So the other triangle must be 8 as well. The only other thing we are lacking, we have this portion of the side. We need the other dimension going this way, and they said it is 10. So that is 10, and the other one must be 10 because the sides have to match, or other this thing would look weird. Okay, so I have some rectangles. I have the two sides. They're rectangular, so it is going to be area equals length times width. In this case, it's going to be 10 times 10, which is 100. So I know I have the sides are going to be 100. That's 100. That's 10 times 10 right there. So that's also 100. Okay. I have this centerpiece right here. I'm going to go red to go around it. I have this piece right there. This is 10 by 12. So 10 times 12 is 120. And there's only one of those. So there's my third piece. I have 1, 2, 3 done. I just have the triangles. And now the triangle is area is 1/2 base times height. It's my formula of the triangle. So it's going to be 1/2 times the bottom. The base of my triangle is 12 times how tall it is. From here to the top, it said it is 8. So 1/2 of 12 is 6 times 8 is 48. So each triangle, which they're going to be the same in this case, is 48. So if we add, there's 200, 320, and 2 48s is 96. So I total all this up, and I get 416. And it is feet squared. Okay, so basically, again, add up all your shapes. You have rectangles and you have triangles. Rectangle, length times width. Triangle, you have to use the formula 1/2 base times height. You're going to have to draw a picture of this, and you're going to have to do some work on the side because There's a lot of steps in this, and you're not going to be able to do all this in your head. You're going to have to kind of do what I did. If you need to watch the video a couple times, watch the video a couple times. It's no big deal. The work inside is actually very similar to the stuff you did last week and the week before, which is just finding the area of shapes, except you're finding them and adding them all up together. Okay, the third one is going to be area of a square pyramid. So if I look at this shape, I have a square pyramid, I have a square on the bottom, and if I fold the back, it'd be like this, the sides go like this, and like that. So if I fold that out, I'd have something that looks like this. So my base of my rectangle, if you look at it, is 4 by 4. So area of the base is going to be a length times width, which is 4 times 4 is 16. So I know my base is 16. Switch to blue, do a triangle now. I need to know the base of this triangle, which obviously is 4, because that's part of this, and all these are going to be 4. And I need to know the height, how it goes from here to here, because we know the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So I have 1/2 times the base of 4 times how tall it is from there to there. It is 5. So half of 4 is 2 times 5 is 10. So the area of the triangles are 10. 10 for each of them. So 10, 20, 30, 40 for the triangles. And we get 40 plus the 16 of the 4 times 4 here. And we get a total of 56 feet squared. Okay, it looks like there's a lot of work and it looks hard, but if you write this stuff down and go step by step, it's not bad at all. It's actually one of my favorite things to teach in geometry. So I like drawing these things and trying to solve them like little puzzles. And all you have to do is use length times width for anything rectangular and 1/2 base times height for anything that's triangle shaped, and add up all the parts when you're done. I hope this helps you out. Watch the Khan Academy video. That might help too. And try your practice problems. Don't try them in your head. Write everything down like I did and add them up. It's the only way to do this. All right. Talk to you later. Good luck on your homework.